Good afternoon. My name is Jaky De La Torre, and I'm honored to be with you today and to bear witness to the power of an ACE scholarship. On behalf of the thousands of students you've supported over the course of my lifetime, I stand amongst you, a proud ACE alumna, a college student, and a future lawyer, none of which would have been possible without the opportunities and support I received from ACE and my private schools. I'm the product of two hardworking parents who moved to Colorado from a small town in Mexico. I have so much respect for them for taking this risk. They faced all kinds of language and cultural challenges to acclimate to life here. But it was so important to them to give me a better opportunity than they had. My parents instilled in me the importance of an education from an early age. Even if they didn't have the skills or experience to navigate this new culture themselves, they were going to make sure I did. I didn't learn to speak English until second grade, but I remember my mom making me copy sentences from books as early as kindergarten to start getting used to the new language and to practice my handwriting. These early lessons paid off as I became the family member in charge of things like paying household bills as early as second grade, because I was the only one who could read and write fluently in English. I mastered my grown-up voice by age 8, so I could call and set up things like cable, internet, and even my own doctor's appointments. And when it came to apply to a private elementary school at the end of third grade, I filled out the application. You see, I attended my neighborhood public school from kindergarten through third grade, and I was having a really hard time. I was being bullied and mocked, and I just felt beat down. At the same time, I wasn't being challenged. I remember my teachers not wanting to be bothered, so they wouldn't assign homework. So you're probably thinking, most kids would be happy about that last part. But as someone who knew how critical education was for my future and whose parents had already sacrificed so much to give me new opportunities, this bothered me. So when a friend of my mom's recommended we try the local private school, St. Rose of Lima, my parents were willing to do whatever it took to give me that opportunity. It was then that we learned about ACE scholarships, and that was such an incredible blessing. My parents still had to work hard to pay their portion of the tuition, but ACE was able to ease the financial burden. As soon as I could, I started working at my uncle's restaurant. This helped me to not only value hard work, but also to see what it was like to work for myself and earn money. Even today, I'm working 25 to 30 hours a week on top of a full college course load. It's part of who I am and who my parents raised me to be. A hardworking young girl who is determined to show my appreciation for what I have been given by pursuing my goals with everything that I have. ACE scholarships made it possible for me to attend an elementary school and later a high school that really allowed me to thrive. We've heard a lot about ACE's success rates with graduates today, and I want to convey what that statistic looks like in my life. For me, the impact was immediate. As soon as I set foot in St. Rose, I came alive. I actually wanted to go to school. I loved my teachers. They brought all the lessons to life, and they gave me the kind of opportunities and encouraged me to take leadership roles in things that I was passionate in. I got involved in debate, athletics, student council, and even chess club. I still remember how accomplished I felt applying for jobs and exchanging fake money during our fourth grade economics. Then being voted chief editor of our class blog, winning our fifth grade chess tournament, and participating in a school-wide video production as an eighth grader. Now, to most of you here, positive teachers and role models, opportunities to get involved and grow, and constant discussions about the future might be a common thing in your life. and in the lives of the children that you are raising. For me and the members of the community I grew up in, instead of a 90% plus graduation rate, Latina women have less than a 30% chance of graduating high school. And instead of getting involved at school, my peers couldn't wait to leave school grounds. They were not safe, and they had a severe lack of mentors and positive role models in their lives. St. Rose of Lima is in the same neighborhood I grew up in, but my life is drastically different due to the values and supportive community I had exposure to from 4th grade on. St. Rose helped me form me into the person that I am today. The community there cared about developing me as a whole person. My teachers instilled in me a sense of confidence and helped me realize my full potential. I graduated St. Rose with my ACE scholarship, academically prepared for the rigorous college preparatory curriculum that awaited at J.K. Mullen High School. But nothing could have prepared me for what came next. As you may have gathered, my parents are my heroes. They have modeled for me what unconditional love looks like and have instilled in me a sense of responsibility to give back to my community. My mom and I are extremely close, and my dad was my rock. During spring break of my freshman year of high school, my life changed forever. My dad was working on a car with a buddy. His friend stepped away for 30 minutes, and in that time, the jack supporting the car failed, and the car collapsed on my dad. I still remember answering the front door to the police. Because I was the only fluent English speaker in the family, I had to deal with the police and the coroner. I had to grow up the very next day. My mom and I moved in with my aunt and my uncle after my dad passed. And 1 month to the day of my dad's accident, my uncle had a heart attack. Just like that. The two most important men in my life were gone. I went into a dark place, and my mom was severely depressed. I tried to stay strong for her, and she coped by throwing herself into work. I would hardly see her. She worked 2 jobs, 7 days a week, and oftentimes more than 12-hour shifts. In a sense, I also lost my mom during that time of grieving. Even though that was extremely hard, I will forever be grateful for her determination to get us through. Because it was her commitment that enabled me to stay in private school, and I don't know where I would be without my Mullen community. Here's the thing. You can have a kid like me who has the potential to excel in AP classes, to be a class leader, to earn merit-based college scholarships, and go on to a successful career. But if that kid is not in the right learning environment and is not supported, that kid is not going to achieve any of those things. My teachers at Mullen understood that I needed space to process and to heal. They saw that, they took me in, and they empowered me to find strength within our community. I had the opportunity to attend a Kairos retreat at my high school during my junior year, and I returned full of peace. I had been angry for so much time, and the experience of Kairos gave me the space and the support to accept what had happened. And I came out of it with friends and role models I know I can depend on for anything. That's the power of community. When school feels like a community and a family, that's what makes it special. That's what enables kids like me to succeed. And that's why ACE scholarships is so important to individuals just like me. My life was transformed through the opportunities ACE provided me access to, and I hope to pay that forward. In addition to offering the nurturing environment that I needed, my ACE schools also provided the academically challenging environment I yearned for. I took my first AP class as a sophomore, U.S. government, and I knew right then and there what I wanted to do with my life. Today, I am a college sophomore majoring in politics with pre-law and a minor in Spanish at Regis University. I plan to practice law and help educate people and empower them to make the most of the opportunities they work so hard for and always dream about. Thank you to all of the ACE supporters in this room for giving me the opportunity to transform my own life and the lives of others. I hope to always make you proud.